Alright, hello and welcome to episode 38 of my playthrough of All the Mod 7 to the Sky. We're picking off pretty much exactly where we left off in the last episode, minus some AFK time. You can see here our fissile fuel is completely filled up and our sodium is slowly... Our sodium is slowly filling up our reactor. We're getting very, very close there. I did make a minor adjustment to our little system here. These chemical oxidizers, we could actually, I figured out that we could probably just add on more of these because that was the limiting factor in making the fissile fuel was the uranium oxide. So I added on more of these chemical oxidizers and just upgraded my enriching factory so that we can actually, you know, support the extra one of these machines. I think we can get all the way with the ultimate one. Was it like 8 of these in total? We can nearly double this, but if we're going to do that, means we need to upgrade our dissolution chain because at that point hydrofluoric acid is kind of slow. But other than that, like I said, our fissile fuel is full, so is this little buffer tank here, and so like we're pretty much backed up all the way here. So this is getting very, very close to being able to be turned on. Except there's a couple of things that we need to deal with. Well, I guess the main thing is going to be dealing with the waste, right? I don't want the nuclear waste sitting inside of these barrels because nuclear waste, this one, sitting inside the barrels because otherwise it turns into what's called spent nuclear waste. And the spent nuclear waste is essentially just rubbish. Like we can't actually do anything with it. So the nuclear waste is the stuff that we actually want to do with. If that's going to be the case, we can't let it sit inside of these barrels for too long because otherwise it'll eventually turn into it. So we need to turn it into either plutonium would be one of them, just by setting up another one of these isotopic centrifuges. Of course, it's becoming nighttime. Or the other option is going on with polonium production, which would require us to set up solar neutron activators. We can look at this. Go right click. So yeah, plutonium is one of them, turns into plutonium pellets. This is used to make the SPS casings and things like that, which we will eventually need to make anyway, because I'm pretty sure these casings are used in the making of antimatter. So we do need to get to that point at some point. But we also need the polonium to actually get ourselves to antimatter anyway. So actually I can probably, for the time being, I wonder how many of these I can set up actually. Because I think once it's processed into plutonium, it won't actually decay. And how much of these pellets do I need? I don't actually know, because this is like a whole different multi-block that we need to make. So we are going to need plutonium anyway. We need a ton of polonium. Polonium is the only way to make that is inside of the solar neutron activators. Interesting. I think we need to set up one of these centrifuges, at least one of them, to start making this stuff pretty ASAP, so that we have some plutonium sitting there. So let's grab myself some pressurized. Actually, no, we're not going to use pressurized tubes, because I think everything after, you can see there, we saw it in the thing, the nuclear waste, that it has a radioactivity. If you break any pipes or anything that is, or machines for that fact, that is containing some of this stuff, it spills into the environment and then makes the chunk itself radioactive. We don't want that. And because our pipes actually have storage inside of them, you can see here, if we hold shift on this one, there's 4,096 buckets contained in these 1, 2, 3, 4 pipes, which we don't want. So there is another mod that we can use to actually transfer this stuff around, which conveniently is just literally called the pipes mod. This has a gas pipe, which is exactly what we want, but we can also use a universal pipe, which does the same thing, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the universal pipe actually allows you to do gases as well, unless we need to use the specific gas pipe. I think we might just need to use the specific gas pipe. Maybe we just use that. That stuff is pretty easy to craft, though. You go at pipes with a Z for some reason, because typing things with a Z makes it cool. We can make up a ton of this stuff. I just need infused alloy, so let's make a bunch of infused alloy. Let's just make like 64. I'm also going to need a pipe wrench, which I've already got one apparently. Advanced. Actually, I think we can get ourselves the ultimate pipe upgrade. We can make one of those. Because I want to pump out of... Actually, I might not even need to. I think this is an auto extract anyway. So if I grab, let's grab a stack. And just go like this. What do you base? Your default 200 millibuckets a tick. But with that being said, I'm pretty sure if I just go set you to... Oh, come on now. So you to extract. Which I probably shouldn't have done because there was waste in there. The waste should end up in here. Sweet. Where's the waste going? It's just disappearing apparently. Is it not turning into spent waste? I thought it turned into spent nuclear waste. Or does it just disappear if it sits inside of one of these barrels? Because where's it gone? That just disappeared on me, right? And all the rest of them are empty. And there's none in here. Oh, maybe that just voids it. Right, okay. So we really don't want this stuff sitting in these barrels for very long. So let's do that. Let's set all of you to extract. And I think I want these netherite upgrades inside of all of these as well. So how expensive are you to make? We have to, like, of course we have to do it from the very start, don't we? Let's just make a stack. Let's just make a stack of each. It doesn't hurt. Why not? Bang. Diamond. We have all the resources in the world. So making all of this stuff really doesn't affect us at this point. And if it did affect us realistically, we have access to some sort of EMC. So it's really not that bad anyway. Alright, so we've got a bunch of these netherite upgrades. I'm going to upgrade all of these to netherite. And I think I'm just going to set up one of these guys. They're one of these isotopic centrifuges to start with. I'm just going to place it probably like right here to start dealing with it. Isotopic centrifuge. Control click. Let's make one of those because that'll start making us plutonium straight away. And then the plutonium just needs water inside of that. How much do you... It takes 10 millibuckets to 1. Okay, so it's actually not that bad of a ratio. So I think I just want one of these to start with. And if I set you up... Let's see if I set you up there. Right. To turn that into plutonium. Plutonium goes into a pressurized reaction chamber with water to make plutonium pellets and spent nuclear waste. And then I should probably make like a bunch of these to store our spent nuclear waste, and that can probably just live underneath this thing. Does that sound like a good time? I think that sounds like a good time. Let's start doing that. So I'm probably going to need more of these pipes, but that's okay. What was it? The pressurized reaction chamber? Reaction chamber. And one of you. Nope. One of you. There we go. I can probably just place you like directly there and set this to output through the face. And then these pipes can run down the back as an input. So if I turn you on for a second just to make some waste. Hey, okay, there's 5 millibuckets in here. Alright, cool. I think I need 10 millibuckets. Yeah, that turned into plutonium, and the plutonium should be in here. Alright, and then once it's in here, it won't actually decay. So what I might actually do instead... Ooh. I don't know if this is gonna spill radioactive waste if I break this machine. Turn off. Turn off. Okay, if I go on at mechanism, what's the suit called? The hazmat? Can we make this stuff? I just don't have orange dye. Can we make orange dye pretty easily? Yeah, we can make it. Okay. So just in case this ends up bad, let's grab a wrench. No, I knew it! No! Ah, it's exactly what I didn't want. Out of my inventory. We need a hazmat suit. I knew it. Oh, that's so annoying. I knew it was going to happen as well. You know what I should have done? The smart thing would have been to have saved the world before then. Actually, I did. Before messing with this stuff. Black dye. Am I not taking any damage? My screen is funky color. If I take you off, do I start taking damage? No. If I put you on, does it fix it? No. Oh, that's so frustrating. I knew it was going to happen as well. Can we make a Geiger counter? How badly did I mess up my world? Ambient radiation level. I want one of these. .42. I don't know how. Whoa! It got it's really bad over here. Okay, plutonium. Oh my god. 76 at where I broke it, and then it decays pretty quickly. Right. Okay, and then over here we're fine. Okay, at the very least at the base we're okay, and then yeah, okay. I did build this far enough away so that the radioactivity isn't gonna leak. Oh my god, it keeps climbing. Why are you climbing? Stop. Why is it climbing? Nuclear waste barrel. Oh god, where is it? Waste. 1. Why is it continuing to climb? Did we not see that, like, in the hundreds? Yeah, why did it spike so high? Is it because there's waste inside of that? Okay, now my question is... I definitely should have done all of this in a testing world. Because I'm, like, just spilling immense amounts of radiation into my world. Oh, no. Oh my god, it's so high. Hundreds, and then it goes up into there. Okay, what can we do to fix the radiation? Geiger unit, dosimeter unit. Can I make a dosimeter? Dosim. .89, and then as we get further away. Is it distance that's affecting this, or is it time that's affecting this? It's time that's affecting it. Okay, so my radiation will go down over time. So if I go back over here though, will it start to climb back up? No, it continues to drop. Okay. Okay, so we're not getting dosed with radiation anymore. Let's go that as an intermediary. Oh god. Bad times all around. Bad times all around. I want you to go into there like that. Actually, no, I want to move you up. Bang. And then from there, so we're going to set you as pull, and then you're going to be a pull as well into a reaction chamber, which is going to be there. And then this reaction chamber needs water. So let's go a sink there next to it. Mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. My screen is going to look funky this entire episode. Where's my sleeping bag? Okay, I don't think it was like a crazy amount of radiation we spilled into the world, but it's not a good amount either. I don't think there is a good amount of radiation that we spill. Let's grab a mechanical pipe. There, and then we'll fill you with, oops, you're in wrench mode. Fill you with water, okay. And now we just need power into both of these. There. And there. Let's just use universal. I don't need to use more flux points over here. That one goes there, that one goes there. You're both full of power. And then I need to get the spent nuclear waste out of here. So we're going to go a pipe there. And then we'll have just like a ton of waste barrels underneath this platform. Will be the smartest way of doing this, I think. Let's just grab a cool 64 to start with. How much can you hold? 512 buckets. I don't know that we're going to be generating this much, and like it does obviously decay once it's in this. But as you can see, radioactivity is not a fun thing to play with. Alright, so that's going to be the main gist. So you're going to be doing extracting that. Now, is plutonium itself radioactive? I don't think it is. So if I turn you... Okay, hold on, Hold on. Okay, so you... Side config, auto eject on. Items... Actually, we're not going to auto eject items. Or do I? I might actually auto eject items out the front. Into a barrel. Into a drawer, rather. Into one of these. Bang, and that's going to have plutonium in it eventually. What I want to do though is side config fluids output, oh no, gases, sorry, output out the right. Okay, cool, that works. So in theory, you should be able to activate you because you're only running at 0.01 millibuckets. We shouldn't be breaking anything. And this is all, yeah, okay, you're filling up with plutonium now. Albeit not very quickly, but we are making some. And now how much was it? How much of this stuff was it? I need 1,000 millibuckets of this to make one plutonium pellet. Oh, and you need fluorite dust. Okay. So let's stage fluorite dust in here as well. A stack at a time so I can insert it into this. So I probably need to turn this off. Because we need fluorite dust. Can we make it real easy? FLUOR. Or do we have to crusher it? We can crusher it, so that's fine. Okay. Alright, well that's easy enough to do. This is annoying that my screen is doing this. We can probably actually fix this. Can I go /kill? I need to die is how we fix this. I think if I just die, it'll fix itself. Give me some sand. Sand. Let's just quickly suffocate myself. Oh, it's not working. I need blocks. Bonk, bonk. Bonk. 1, 2. And we'll come back once my screen doesn't look horrible. Hopefully. All my 57 levels. That's annoying. Hey, but we look normal again, which is the plus side. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's chuck my hazmat suit back on. Sweet. That needs to go back in that slot. All this stuff can kind of stay where it is. Oh, it's so strange. I can actually see what's on my screen. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, fluorite dust, fluorite dust, fluorite dust. How do we want to do this? where do I have channels available, first of all? I have channels here. Probably yoink some of these channels. Because all I'm going to need to do is extract fluorite from the system, insert fluorite into a crusher, and the crusher can just go into a barrel, like one of these ender barrels. So let's grab 2 of these ender drawers. What are they called? I just need 2 of them. That one goes, oops, not there. I'm gonna need 1 there. And then I just need a crusher set up. Where can I yoink a channel? Probably just yoink a channel off of this one. This isn't really doing anything. So let's grab myself a crusher. And we'll just make it... We'll just do all the tier upgrades on it. Tier. Bang, because we actually don't need a whole lot of this stuff. Seeing as we're not making plutonium fast enough to really care about it. That and then that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go crusher there. We can upgrade this guy all the way up. We need power going into it, so I need a flux point. Flux point. I need an export bus. Like that. The export bus is going to have fluorite. Like that. Call auto sort on. And then you're just going to auto output to your right, like that, into auto eject on, into this thing. And then I need my linking tool. I'm going to go left click, right click, and then we're going to select, is it this one? If we shift right click on this one, yep. Add that. And now we have access to fluorite, dust. And then I can add it to the ender chest, which I think we have down here. Yes. And then I can add in this one, fluorite dust at 64. And that'll try to stack it. Counting card on this side needs to get added. Fluorite dust 64. And then I need a node on top of U. On the downside, I need my card holder. Where are you? Oops, not that. That. U, downside, insert. Probably a filter wouldn't be a bad idea. Filter. Just so that random things don't end up in this. I don't know what can end up in there, but we'll do it anyway. And then fluorite dust. Bonk. And then laser wrench. Tidy up the inventory again. And then we'll just connect you to that one. And then fluorite dust should hopefully end up in here. With that plutonium. So if I turn you back on now, we're getting very close to being max sodium. Which will be cool once that happens. And I totally plan on this thing actually just backing up full of it, so I'm not going to even upgrade this thing. I do plan on this thing just backing up as we go. Why are you only at 20? Why are you not... Why is there eggs in there? Get out of there. Why was there eggs in there? Get out of it. Where's my configuration tool? No, lock, yep. I'm not going to upgrade this thing. That's probably more fluorite dust than we're ever going to need. The 8,000 or whatever. I'm going to actually chuck an iron downgrade in it. Oh, do I really care? No, I don't really care. We have so much fluorite, it's not really an issue. Alright, and then this isn't going to do anything until we have 1,000 millibuckets of plutonium anyway. But that should go down. The spent nuclear waste should just go down. into these barrels. All right, so that's half of the waste production that we need to deal with. The other half of it is making polonium inside of a solar neutron activator. Now this thing, we should technically have everything we need to make except for these HDPE sheets, which we can make in an enrichment chamber, which comes from oxygen and ethylene and substrate, which substrate comes from biofuel. Oh, okay, and then you can duplicate it. This seems annoying. We have ethylene. Actually, I've already got an ethylene production over here for this thing, and we have a ton of ethylene sitting there. Yeah. That's a lot of ethylene. What I can do is just make your priority -1 so that we're not taking power from this thing. And then our ethylene should be pretty full. So I can steal that. Okay, so we need to make an HDPE sheets. This is going to be a recipe inside of an enrichment chamber, which is going to go inside of our AE system. That's fine. But that means we need HDPE pellets. Now, how do we make these? We need another pressurized reaction chamber with oxygen and liquid ethylene. Ethylene I can feed in through that. I just need one substrate to start with. Right, because then we can also dupe the substrate. Right, yeah. My thinking isn't flawed, I don't think. So I just need 2 biofuel, some water, some hydrogen, and that makes substrate. So biofuel we actually have like a ton of. Why are you? Why are these guys not stacking? Doesn't matter. Okay, so I've got biofuel. We need to make our first piece of substrate. And we need HDPE pellets and substrate. Our first piece of substrate comes from hydrogen inside of a pressurized reaction chamber with biofuel, and that creates this stuff. So I might just make one that is, what's the word? Just kind of, what's the word? A sacrificial piece. Now, where do I want to build this? I guess I have to build it here because we have ethylene there. So let's go like here. So pressurized reaction chamber. I'm actually going to make 2 of these. That's 1. I actually want a second one. 2. Because one of these is just going to get trashed because I'm going to have hydrogen and stuff in there. Okay, so let's go. You can go there. I want an interface. Probably here, actually. Grab me an interface. Interface. And I need some smart cables from my inventory. Stop it. Smart cables. Do we have channels here? Oh, we totally do have channels there. Nice. There. Interface. All right. So first piece of substrate comes from hydrogen and water and 2 biofuel. So you need not liquid ethylene. Let's turn you off. You need hydrogen in here. Bang. And then I can pressurize tube you out. No, that's universal. That's mechanical pipe. Where is my pressurized? There. Pump that. Call you're full. I'm going to break it. And then I'm going to select water because I'm pretty sure we have water inside of our AE system. Yeah, we totally do, which means I can then use a mechanical pipe to do the same thing and fill it up. And then I can throw some biofuel in there. I just need 1 piece of substrate. Oh, it's so close. I just don't have the power. Flux points. Okay. Alright, there we go. My inventory was actually frustrating me. Let's do that. That's one piece of substrate. Let's break you, because I don't need to add anything more into this thing for the time being. Let's acceleration wand this. Where is it? There it is. Alright, that gave us 31 substrate. This machine, crap, which one is it? This one here that's got stuff in it, I'm actually just going to delete. Oh, not like that. That one we're going to delete because I don't need it anymore, realistically. So how are we going to make substrate from here on out? It's going to be ethylene and water. Make substrate and oxygen. Okay, so what if I move this thing now? Let's turn my magnet back on to go there. And then I'm going to turn you on. So now you should have ethylene in there. You need water as well, so let's grab a sink. Sink there. I need another mechanical pipe. Let's pump you full. Why are you not filling up? Are you going to cause issues because you went into the wrong tank? Surely it shouldn't matter, right? It's probably you, the fluids. You are input left. Why are you not inputting? Why are you no input? Okay, so what if I have to turn you off, probably? Off, and then I set you to empty and shift right click. How am I meant to pull out the ethylene that's stuck in there? Because you're not going to work for me now. Do I just need another one of these things? Oh, bro. How annoying. Okay, so now that tank's full of water. Now if I activate you, ethylene should pour into this. Why is there no ethylene going in? I'm like actually thoroughly confused. Yeah, 100 millibuckets of ethylene and substrate, plus 200 millibuckets of of any water makes more substrate, right? Am I doing something wrong here? Surely giving you power is going to fix the problem. I don't know, but I'm kind of annoyed. I'm going to throw one of these in my backpack. At the very least, we can actually just continue with this. Let's enrichment chamber this stuff. Why not? Ah, okay, I need to put you through another one that has... Oh, do you have to be a gas? No, it's just any forge ethane. What's the bet that's one of these? No, because that's a gas, and that's... Oxygen's a gas. Maybe it's one liquid tank and one oxygen tank? Is that what I did wrong? Because I have liquid ethylene there, don't I? Or is this gaseous ethylene? Yeah, that's liquid ethylene. That's the problem. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. This is why you need to pay attention to what you're doing, guys. Okay. So you're useless to me. Get out of here. Another pressurized reaction chamber. God damn it. Okay, one of you. Thank you. How are we doing for this stuff? We're actually doing pretty okay for all of our things. How are we doing actually crop-wise? That's what I probably should be looking at. Not a great amount of any of this stuff. Oh no, there's more over here. Yeah, we got lots. But that doesn't really matter. What was I doing? Let's do the substrate fixing. So we're going to go here. You need pressurized chamber to go there. Going to turn that off. Should have ethylene in here. Nice. And then we go the sink. Next to that. Bang. With mechanical pipe. Pull. And now if I put you in there. Oh, you need power, of course. Of course you do. And then with upgrades, this thing will be even better. So what I might do for that then, what is going on here with these cables? I don't think they're there for any reason. Let me grab a drawer to go there, and then you're going to be auto eject on items, input, output, left. Now, hopefully what will happen here, no, it won't happen. What I want this to do is just kind of like constantly be making the substrate. So if I want that to happen, I'll probably want a pusher upgrade. I want one of these ones. One of you. And I want you to push to the F3 west side. So add west. Bang. And now you should fill this thing up. And then eventually this here will fill up with substrate. Now, do we need substrate for anything other than making HDPE pellets? No. Right click. Yeah, you literally only make more substrate or HDPE pellet. Okay. So this is where I need the liquid ethylene, which I can probably just pipe over because it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. So what if then I make another one of these pressurized reaction chambers, one of these ones. To go there. And then an interface underneath it. Right, how many channels are there? I have 6 channels left. Alright, that'll work. Or rather 2 channels left of the 6. That'll be fine. Hello, Mr. Oh, hello, Mr. Pigman. Goodbye, Mr. Pigman. Because you need... Why do you have water in you? God. Oh, there needs to be a way to just empty this stuff from in here, bro. I'm sick of this. This is what the 4th one I've like trashed because I'm pretty sure there is a way that I can empty machines of liquids. I just don't know what it is. And we have the resources, so it's easy enough to make another one, but it's also just kind of frustrating. Okay. So now we are just making silly amounts of substrate. Substrate I need to input from the left, auto eject on. Let's say we're going to have power on the top for you as well. That's fine. Because we need HDPE pellets. Oh, gee, my hip just clicked so loudly. And I need oxygen going into this thing. Oh, I also need to get ethylene into it. Maybe that's not the right spot for it. Maybe I want to move it. I think I want to move it to here. And then let's change the way that this barrel is facing. Facing. Like that. Go away. Why are all these mobs showing up? Okay, so that's that. We also need, I probably need a second pusher card then. To then push to the south. Like that. And then that'll end up in here if I go input this side. There's substrate. And then I need oxygen to show up into it, and then I need flowing liquid ethylene. So that one I can probably just grab from over here. So long as I'm careful about how these connect. Push, pull, none. There. Ethylene should now be in there. I nearly broke this again. Now you just need oxygen. Oxygen can come in from underneath this one. This is going to be a mess with cables. The spaghetti cables in this has just kind of been a little bit too much, I think. We need to do something about that. So you go there. Do you have an output? Don't you? This one. You're backing up oxygen. That might become a problem. I can probably pipe that oxygen into this machine anyway. No, what'll happen is okay, I know what I'll do. The oxygen that's going to come out of that is actually going to go into the interface. And this interface is going to stock oxygen. So oxygen is going to go, oh, not liquid, I want the gaseous oxygen. There. We're going to go pressurized tube to go, bang, there. You'll pull oxygen into this thing. You have no power, so let's give you that. And then I want you to output items to the left. Item config out to the left. There we go. And then that's going to go into another drawer. Like that. And that's HDPE pellets. Nice and easy. Okay. So we've done that. Now what do I need to deal with here? You don't create any outputs, which is fine. But this one does, which is oxygen. So that can probably just get piped down into the interface. And if I set you to pull. And then I want gas output down the bottom. There we go. And I think that's everything that was needed to deal with. Oh, and then probably just a, on this block, an external storage. Storage bus, I think it's called. Storage bus. To go plonk. And then we'll just smart cable from the interface like that. Should be 2 devices. Your 6 plus 2 makes 8. And now this cable is quite full. How are we going all the way back though? How many do you have? 26 or 32. You're getting pretty close to being full. Let's throw some blocks around to make this look a bit nicer. Okay. So that's HDPE pellets done now. So now I should just be able to set a request for the sheets. HDPE sheets inside of an enrichment chamber. And then I can throw this into a enrichment chamber. Enriching factory. Bang. So then I should just be able to request the solar neutron activators. Solar neutron activators. We're going to have 9 of them, I think. These should all be requestable. Everything here is make. Yes! Okay, they're all done. But unfortunately, that is the wrapping up point of this episode. We've got everything sorted. I accidentally left our reactor on. So let's turn that off. Nothing broke, thank goodness. I did not realize I left that on. We're generating some plutonium, not a whole lot. But next episode, we're going to set up the solar neutron activators as well. And then go from there and kind of getting into it, making the plutonium. Oh, no, sorry, polonium rather. And making the pellets. as well as getting us to the point where we can make the SPS casings and things so that we can get to antimatter. But that's all for another episode. So if anyone is still watching, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video if you like to, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you all on the next one. Peace. All right, I'm coming back in before the end of the episode. Hey, you know how I have this setup here that I made gas with? You know how I have this flowing ethylene and stuff? Yeah, the only way you can get ethylene is by making this substrate. I'd like completely forgot that I had this part of the setup. I looked at the crusher. I was like, oh yeah, I've got biofuel and things like that. I was like, I wonder where the ethylene's coming from. I don't know why I didn't look. We have 61,000 substrate living inside of this thing. This whole setup here that we just made with this pressurized reaction chamber, probably not necessary. I have so much of this stuff. Like, it's actually not even funny how much substrate we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go iron downgrade. I think it's called just a draw downgrade. Honestly, I probably don't even need to downgrade. I can just use this stuff. I mean, we're making substrate anyway. We don't need that much HDPE sheets. I could honestly just break this and not have it there. Oh, that's so annoying. I'm just going to leave it. Either way, I'm dumb. I just thought you guys should know that.